it's pretty surreal. Obviously, going through a lot of emotions the last few weeks, getting adjusted to a new team, but couldn't have asked for anything more for this experience, getting to share it with my family, all these guys, and how they've made me feel so welcome and helped me with my transition. So it was an awesome night for all of us, but more special because we got a win. That kind of seals everything for us.
Front row center.
Jordan, just what was that atmosphere like to play in for you?
Yeah, we were talking after the game in the room there, and just from the walkout national anthem and, the music going, and then having the flyover and the fireworks, we were saying how guys were getting emotional. Just you're thinking about everything that's led you to this moment. You have your family with you, and, the NHL did an incredible job putting together this production, and we're all very, very grateful. Just everyone just has positive stuff to say in the dressing room, and it was a really great event. So, it was a great atmosphere, and then hearing our St. Louis Blues fans at the end of the game and counting the amount of goals we had, and it was a lot of fun. Even the Blackhawks fans were loud too, and it made for good fun.
Left side, second row, Tom.
Cam, how many friends and family members did you have here for this game?
Honestly, nothing too crazy. I think I was around probably 15 or so.
And just, I don't know if you saw what the players did tonight, that they wore the shirts for you. What did that mean to you? I know you're here and you're feeling good being out here, but just them remembering you in that way. Yeah,
Panger told me in the locker room there, those guys are unbelievable guys, and I've made a lot of great friendships there, which, makes moving on that much more difficult sometimes. But I'm super thankful for those guys for even thinking of me, honoring me, even since it's been a few weeks or however long it's been. So it goes both ways. I have great friendships there in Anaheim, and I'm building great friendships here and with this team. And but it was very cool for me to hear that they honored me in that way, and I was happy to hear that.
Left side, second row, Jeremy.
Jordan, it seems like it happens a lot in hockey. What's it like to make that big save, and then Holloway scores at the other end? Instead of 3-2, it's 4-1. Just how big a save that was and a turning point in the game.
Yeah, that happens, and that's hockey right there. And I feel like, the last couple games it's maybe happened the other way around, and so it definitely felt good tonight. And we played a very solid game right till the end. We really showed maturity in the third period, just closing it out and playing the right way all the way till the end and tracking hard. And it just seems like it was, and it made everything easier for every player on the ice. And yeah.
Left side, front row.
Cam, you were on the ice for that save and saw it, and then you'd score less than a minute later. Could you get a sense with the guys that may have been probably the turning point and that may have won the game for you, really?
Yeah, well, it's hard to think that way in the moment, but Binner was unbelievable tonight and kept us in the game and allowed us to continue to gain momentum on the bench. So he did an unbelievable job with that. And then I think, like he mentioned, it was just finding ways to mature as a team. 5-1 lead in the Winter Classic. Going into the locker room, that can be a challenging situation for a team that's trying to, figure out how to win and how to do things properly. But I was proud of our guys for how we came out in the third and really locked it down, played a mature game, and helped us get a much-needed 2 points.
All the way in the back of the room, standing up.
Jordan, the start that this team got off to, especially getting those power play goals, how does that maybe help you or see from your point of view settle in as this team kind of got the momentum right off the bat and kind of took the air out of Wrigley as far as the Chicago Blackhawks fans go?
Yeah, I like goals for sure, to start the game especially. And it was big, and even just getting the power play goal and that building that confidence and that momentum as a group and for those individuals involved. And he mentioned the bench, and it just seemed like it was very positive out there. And just right from the get-go, like you said, when you get those 2 early goals, it really makes a difference in the game. And then having that maturity, like we've just talked about, just to close it out in the way we did is great to see.
We'll take 2 more questions. Left side, second row.
Jordan, I don't know if you heard that you were voted to the first quarter-century team for the Blues. I don't know if you've heard about that at all. What does that mean to be kind of be recognized in that way with other players who had big impacts in this first quarter-century?
First quarter century?
Yeah. 2000.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, let alone goalies, so many talented players coming through, and we know many of them. They're hanging around, and that's a great honor. Obviously, just a great organization to be a part of, and from top to bottom. So I obviously have a lot of pride wearing the blue note and representing the city, and yeah, that's nice.
Jim, what stood out to you the most about this win?
Our first 10 minutes was excellent. How direct we were playing North 5-on-5 and power play. And then I thought we lost our way a little bit. I thought Chicago was the better team in the last 8 minutes a second, and I liked in the second how we regrouped and got back to playing to our identity, and I thought we were able to extend the lead because of it.
Left side, third row, Dan.
What stood out to you about the experience?
Yeah, I mean, during the national anthem and right before it started, the Let's Go Blues, Let's Go Hawks back and forth, that was unbelievable. I felt like a little kid just being a part of a special event.
Left side, second row.
Cam Fowler he's been on the team for like 2.5 weeks. Gets his 1,000th game here outdoors, scores 2 goals. It seemed like everyone was just so happy for him. Can you write up anything better for a guy in his 1,000th game than a day like today?
No, I don't think you can, but it is amazing. Ever since he's been here, he just has a very positive outlook, and I think it's rubbing off on others. And I think the confidence he has in his ability to make plays, I think, has also helped the maturity of our team. And obviously, he's producing at a high level for us right now.
Front row.
Just walking up and down the right field line before the game starts, how much did that help you just take in the atmosphere, take in the stadium?
Yeah, I've been very fortunate to be part of 3 of the last 4, and being in Fenway, I did that for an hour and a half before the game, and same time I went out today. And when you're in an iconic ballpark like Wrigley Field, and you're looking around and you're seeing people enjoying the event, and how many Blues fans, are so excited to see us out there. And then looking around and seeing and thinking about all the great baseball players that have played here, and here we are getting to play an NHL hockey game. It's just really cool, and that's why I do it, because you never know when you're going to have the opportunity to do it again.
All the way in the back of the room.
How important was that start, especially back here, Coach?
Yeah.
How important was that start, especially getting those 2 goals early and on the power play?
Yeah, they were key. I thought we got the first power play because the Thomas line and Fowler and Parayko, they did a great job of hemming Chicago in their end. I thought our defensemen were very active. Our forwards were working hard. And it led to a couple of chances in the first shift, and then we ended up with a power play. And then we went out, and the power play was very assertive. And, it was nice for us to get 2 power play goals, and it felt like our team kind of settled in and the confidence rose.
Left side, third row.
The Ducks even wore 1,000-game shirts to their game today. What does that say about what Cam can mean to a team?
Well, I think it speaks volumes about the character of the individual and how he's impacted people's lives. I mean, when you've been in a place for that long, I know personally Troy Terry texted me as soon as we got Cam Fowler and was telling me how good of a player but how great of a person we just acquired. And it's not surprising to me that, they honored him the way they did.
All the way in the back of the room in the red jacket.
Coach, it is just one regular season win you're going home with, but after all the attention on this, kind of the special nature of these last couple of days, what can this do for your team going forward?
Well, I hope playing the right way for 60 minutes and scoring goals because we're playing the right way, will lead us to be a little more consistent. I'm glad we're not playing for a couple of days because this is an emotional high. I know it's just 2 points like all the other 2 points, but this is not the same kind of game emotionally. So I'm glad we're not playing tomorrow or even in 2 days. But for our group right now, we got to start pushing. We have a lot of games at home here in January and February. If we want to make a run at the playoffs, our consistency and belief in our identity has to start showing game in, game out.
We'll take 2 more in English, front row.
The save that Binnington made on Hall in the second period, just how big was that in your mind?
It was huge. I thought it was going 2-2, and then we go down the other way and we win a draw, and it's 3-1. So Binner in the second period for the first maybe 12 minutes had to make too many good saves for our liking, but we were able to get through that and extend our lead, which is a good sign for a team that's learning how to win.
1 more in English, left side, second row.
Jim, I know this can be a cliche question, but you brought it up on the broadcast. This is Chicago Cubs territory, and you hear the Let's Go Blues chant, and then to hear the Let's Go Blues reverberate through the locker room from outside in the concourse. What's that feeling like?
It's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, Blues fans are awesome. It's a special place for me. It's a special place for my family, and I know how much this organization loves playing for the Blues fans. And for them to travel down the 4.5 hour, 5 hour trip it is, whether they came by plane, it's just awesome how much they support us.
Last question, JF on the left side, standing up.
Hier, tu me disais en français que le froid ne te dérange pas trop, que tu aimes le bruit, que tu aimes ça l'environnement être dehors. Tu es 3-0 dans les classiques hivernales dans les 4 dernières années, 2-0 comme head coach. Y a-t-il une recette spéciale? C'est quoi ton truc?
Non, je veux que les joueurs embrassent le moment parce que c'est vraiment un moment spécial. C'est un event qui est très spécial. Puis la deuxième affaire, c'est que je sais qu'avec l'expérience qu'il faut qu'on emmène l'émotion dans le match tout de suite. C'est pourquoi qu'on a parlé tout de suite d'aller nord, puis aller au filet, puis soyez physique.